third rail. For decades, politicians have referred to Social Security as the third rail of politics. Tinkering with it meant committing political suicide and losing their cushy job. I'm not a politician, nor am I running for any office. I'm in no danger of losing votes that could cost me an election. However, I am a senior who's seen 8 decades, and I am in danger of losing the respect of my 25 grands and 11 greats if I don't speak out about the so-called third rail. And losing their respect would make losing an election pale in comparison. So I've not only touched the third rail and survived, but I'm riding on it each and every day. You see, a few years ago I was issued my boarding pass, the result of a lifetime pre-purchase ticket through paycheck contributions called OASDI, or Social Security tax contributions. When I received my boarding pass, right across the top of it, bold letters was, "I'm entitled." And now I can go anytime, anywhere, any place the third rail goes. No more tolls, no more pat-downs, no more electronic screening, no waiting, and now no mask. It's amazing. And when I decide to disembark, say at a local diner, my boarding pass even gets me a meal deal. Wow, I thought to myself, this really is an AARP deal. All about retired people, isn't it? Now, none of our children or grandchildren are eligible just yet for a third rail ride, but they do participate in the third rail boarding pass program for me and tens of millions more just like me. To them, I say a big thank you. Like everything else, the boarding pass price has increased significantly. For example, in 1960, retirees' lifetime boarding pass fees were only 1.6% of their working lifetime wage. For a 1980 retiree, it was 5.15%. A 2000 retiree, 9.66%. And for a 2020 retiree, it was 11.47%. And for those who are just now starting to purchase their boarding passes, the annual fee is 12.4%. Do you see a boarding pass fee trend here? And can you say tax-gobbling Pac-Man? Here is why this had to happen. Baby boomers were pre-purchasing their boarding passes by the millions, and politicians were concerned the third rail would overload, selling more passes than they had seats for. So they introduced a new superfunding fee for the third rail program in 1983. This new super fee was hailed as a plan to ensure boarding pass the next 75 years. Not knowing the full story, the majority of us Americans applauded, saying Congress and the President demonstrated great political courage. And now, just a little over halfway through their 75-year boarding pass program fix, we're beginning to sense the wheels are coming off again. In fact, some even suggest the 1983 super fee boarding pass increases weren't an act of political courage at all. They say it was an out-of-body virtual world political dream that now has morphed into a world economic nightmare for tens of millions of working and retired Americans, their families, their communities they call home, and by extension, our America. Maybe it's time to slow down this third rail ride, catch our breath, and open a dialogue with those who are funding our ride, that is, their own doggone kids, grands, and greats. Failure to do so may leave us, I'm entitled, what's my discount seniors holding a third rail boarding pass with nowhere to go. And God forbid us seniors should have to get out there on the road and start hitchhiking a ride. After riding the third rail, hitchhiking would really put a crimp in our style, especially since we've grown accustomed to taking the third rail anytime, any place, anywhere, and gobbling up those third rail I'm entitled real meal discounts. By the way, don't think your elected officials are going to wave a magic wand and fix the third rail anytime soon. They're too damn scared to even touch it. After all, it is the third rail. So my best advice is get involved before the wheels come off and our third rail ride is over. To get involved, go to realjoepower.com. Add your name to the National Task Force map. Then listen to the Another One Bites the Dust radio show launching on March 14th, 1:30 p.m. Then like it, share it, and follow us. And you have an awesome day, and God bless.